Today on the Hawaiian Airlines World Series of Outrigger Canoe Paddling, we head to the Big Apple for one of the most unique and competitive six-man outrigger events in the world. We're talking, of course, about the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge, hosted by New York Outrigger. This is a very international event attracting paddlers from all over the world for the chance to paddle in the Hudson and East Rivers, around Lower Manhattan and right next to Lady Liberty. And the event has grown to become extremely competitive with some of the world's top crews in attendance. And with HOKULEA's Malama Honua worldwide voyage arrival in New York City, coinciding with the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge, the Big Apple was in for a real Polynesian experience.
We are at Pier 26 in Hudson River Park, and we are here for the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge. It is our 20th annual outrigger canoe race, and we have over 100 teams from all around the world this year.
Once you've done a race in here or in Hawaii or New Zealand or wherever you come from, you're bound to meet somebody that you've seen before, which is what is the charm and the ohana in the outrigging canoe.
And what makes today such a special event, beyond it being just the anniversary, is the HOKULEA Polynesian voyaging canoe is here docked and doing tours and educating New Yorkers about Malama Honua and their worldwide voyage.
And it's awesome to see outriggers in a city setting with all these amazing buildings around us. It's New York. Who doesn't want to be here?
So the race day starts at approximately 6 a.m. where we have our blessing and our pule. Shortly thereafter, we start the women's race. The course for the men's and the women's is approximately 15 miles. It starts here at Pier 26. You head down Manhattan, then you turn up the East River, you head under the Brooklyn Bridge, you turn across the East River, you turn back down the East River. Then after you exit the Buttermilk Channel, you go to the left of the Statue of Liberty, then you head up the New Jersey side. Once you get up there, you take a right, then you head back down for our finish line.
One of the most exciting things for us at Hawaiian Airlines is that we get to have a Hawaiian Airlines team participate in the Liberty Challenge.
So this morning we were able to have our morning off, and we walked around to the landmark where the World Trade Centers had fallen, and that was pretty heavy for us. Kind of crying a little bit. We were heartfelt on that. It was cool to see. Walked around all through Battery Park, and then we came here and we got to see the HOKULEA, and that was awesome. So a lot of us were super happy that we got the opportunity to be able to go onto the HOKULEA today, because that was the first time for me.
The canoe culture a long way in 40 years, and not just in miles, but in what we do, how we do it, the kinds of long-distance races that they have, like here, the Sydney Challenge, the Molokai Oahu, of course, and Wahine. There's a lot going on relative to canoe culture, both in paddling and sailing.
And it's just a great connection where the canoe HOKULEA gets to connect with the canoe paddlers from around the world using traditional Hawaiian canoe paddling.
So you come here today and you got 100 canoes of Hawaiian design that's in 6 time zones away, 5,500 miles away from its genesis and from its history and from its culture. And these are the kinds of events that allows us to know in our generational time we'll never ever go back to decline. We'll never ever go back to forgetting. That's all in the past. It's only growth, it's only renewal, and it's only strengthening. For have it to be valued and honored in the harbor of New York, that's a statement.
Jumping on HOKULEA in New York City with the likes of Billy Richards, Bruce Blankenfield, and Archie KALEPA is just beyond words. Next, the finish of the women's race at the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge. The first race of the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge has the women on this real tricky course around Lower Manhattan. And with the ripping currents of the Hudson River against them on the way to the finish, who knows what'll happen.
New York is an extraordinary city, and there's an energy in this city that you don't feel anywhere else in the world. And every time we come over and see the view of the skyline, you can't help but feel it. You're charged up for this amazing, remarkable city and its remarkable residents.
We got to get some good restaurants while we were here, but it's hard for us coming from Kona not to stare up at the skyscrapers because all you see is buildings, so we're not used to that. So I think we got caught a couple of times just staring up at the sky.
And I'm staying an entire week to discover new places in New York. This is the 3rd time I come here, and I'm sure there's a lot of places I haven't been.
Yeah, after Brooklyn Bridge, then we pretty much even with 404. Then they pulled ahead for a little bit and we were able to find a pretty good current line.
Once we turned the far end, we made a right turn and come straight across, and there's a lot of current pushing us this way towards the finish.
So when we got to the last turn buoy, we were coming straight onto the buoy, going to take the right-hand turn, and they're coming straight into us in our turn. So it was kind of a mix-up. There was contact.
About a quarter mile to half mile to the end, we just saw the front yaku, like I just saw it break, and the AMA just toot went out. We're done. And then they came by, wanted to see if we're okay, so that was nice. And the best part of the story is that NYPD, the men in blue, they were awesome. They took us aboard, they handled the boat and everything, so they did a great job out there.
We had a ripping current pushing us through the starting line at the starts, but we lined up exactly where we wanted to be, right next to Team Bradley. And Kelly, our steerswoman, she just took a great line and just kept us in contention throughout that first few miles.
And we were in the lead for a while, and then we were battling it out with Washington State. It was a good, fun race. It was tough. And you don't want to go into a race and come all this way for something that's not tough.
Once we made the turn going across the river, we were still behind the Australian crew, I believe, but we had already passed Team Bradley. But we couldn't think about them anymore. We had to think about the boat that was ahead of us. And I don't know how we caught them, but somehow we just found another gear and everybody just worked together as a team. And I'm just wow right now about how it went.
The contact at the turning buoy and the canoe falling apart on the way to the finish was just disastrous for the ladies of Team 404 Puakea. But sometimes that's just canoe racing. Congratulations out to all of our Wahine paddlers, but especially our top finishers. In third place, it was Team Bradley from Hawaii. In second place, it was Team Northern Beaches from Australia. And in first place, with a time of 2 hours and 21 minutes, also winning airfare and entry to the upcoming Hawaiian Airlines Navihine o AUKAI, Washington Canoe Club. In the ultra-competitive Women's Unlimited division, it was Hawaiian Airlines' own Team Kokua in third, Dana Outrigger in second, and Team KAMANU Wahine in first, with a time of 2 hours and 12 minutes. Next up are the men, with an extremely competitive lineup of crews in both the open and unlimited divisions. The Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge has grown tremendously over the last several years, becoming the premier six-man outrigger event on the East Coast, with a true list of international champions in attendance. And the intense commercial and recreational boat traffic on the course just adds another level of complexity to this already competitive race.
The second race of the day, it is the men's race. It does start a little later, which means a little bit more wind and a lot more boat traffic. So when you head into the Battery, Statue of Liberty, you're gonna see a lot more boat traffic, so you gotta be careful when you're out there.
Paddling back home in Rarotonga, the only thing you have to watch out for may be the occasional whale during whale season, or the occasional dolphins or some big fish that are swimming around. Here in New York, I understand we've got ferry traffic, we've got boat traffic, we've got the big barges, we've got the tidal currents, we've got the winds that are blowing down the river.
And because you're going in like 3 different waterways, the current changes on you 3 times, and if the tide switches midway through that, then the current's going to change in totally unpredictable ways. So it's kind of the whole time you're like searching for pilings to see which way the current is running, because it makes a huge difference if you're against it, you know, and running 6 inches off the piers, or if you're running with the current and you're in the middle. So it totally makes the race if you find the current.
For the Unlimited division for the men, you've got all the top dogs coming in. You've got Primo from Maui, you've got the Red Bull Va'a team from Kona coming out for their first race of the year. You also got the Team KAMANU, and you've got the Newport Aquatic Center, defending champs from 2015.
Yeah, the top prize for the stock canoe division would be a free trip to Molokai, and I think last year the Brazilians won that, which is, you know, it's great to encourage participation. Those guys then came to Molokai and did 10th place or something unreal for an international crew on their first time in the channel. And I don't know if they would have had that opportunity if they hadn't come here and won that.
From the start to the finish, you know, Red Bull had a great race, and they're Hawaii's new up-and-coming crew, and you know, they're very fast, and NAC was behind them, and we were battling with KAMANU for a little bit.
To finish the race, very exciting for us, you know, being our first time here. So we wanted to come here and do well, so we're really satisfied, and I think the boys are stoked.
At the start, we were slightly behind. We caught the second place canoe maybe 2 miles in. Brazil had begun to pull away from us at that time. The next couple of miles, we were chasing Brazil and we felt like we had a good shot. Once we got down past the Statue of Liberty and started coming back up, we still felt like we were right in it.
The race was very difficult, like always, and the competitors are very good. And so we train a lot in Brazil to get here and try the good position. And today we get it again.
What an intense race. Top finishers in the open division are: in third place, it was Team Independence. In second, the A team. And in first place, our defending champions from Brazil, also winning entry and airfare to the upcoming Hawaiian Airlines Molokai Ihoi, Team Samu with a time of 1 hour and 58 minutes. And in the ultra competitive unlimited division, it was Team KAMANU in fourth, Team PRIMO in third, the NAC boys in second, and Team Red Bull VAA in first with a time of 1 hour and 45 minutes. Next, Pier 26 goes into full swing with the final race of the day in the mixed division at the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge. With festivities in full swing on Pier 26 for the yearly Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge, the last race of the day was reserved for the mixed division.
So the third race of the day is the mixed co-ed race. It is usually the fun race, as we like to call it, usually where a lot of people come together from all around to race out there. It's definitely more challenging, a lot more currents, a lot more wind, and a lot more boat traffic, which is a big reason why we do shorten it to about 11 miles.
So this year we have over 100 teams here in New York City from all over the world, from South America to all over North America, California, Canada, up and down the East Coast, in Australia and New Zealand, Middle East represented with teams from Dubai, many teams from Hawaii as well, and Europe we've got teams from France.
We've never competed with internationally, so we wanted to come here and compete with all these amazing crews that come around the world. It was a new challenge for us.
This year, 2016, is very special for New York Outrigger and the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge. It is our 20th anniversary. And we also have the biggest festival to date. We have many education partners, as well as many paddling vendors who are eager to meet our international paddlers. And we also have a wonderful stage schedule where the programming includes dancers and musicians from across the Pacific Islands.
Pier 26 transforms into this hive of aloha spirit and just conversation, you know, old friends, making new friends, just people coming together through the wa'a, through the experience of canoe paddling.
Yeah, I don't know if all the people from New York realize like how great the entertainment is, and you know, you couldn't even get this in Hawaii. To have it all in one place and to have the variety is amazing. It's really a taste of the islands all in one place.
Definitely at the start we were quite behind. There were so many boats at the start line. So when we get at the Statue of Liberty, we're about 5 or 6.
Everyone was hanging together all the way around the turn buoy, all across the river, and then as soon as we coming down river, we got into a current and then put it down, and for the last third of the race and just cranked it out ahead of the last two boats and got about 100 meters out and just held it.
On the way down, coming back upwind, Washington caught up to us again, and it was a dogfight to the finish line.
You know, I've been to so many races around the world. What they all have in common is the spirit of the paddle. And that is true no matter where you are in the race. And that's what I love to see here in New York City, where I would think competition reigns above all. But they get in the boat and they share the experience, and they're one crew, one spirit in the boat. I love that.
And to be here in New York and to share this wonderful, wonderful sport of paddling with a paddling family, and such an incredible city and on such an incredible course is something we've never experienced before, and hopefully this won't be our only visit here to New York.
It's not just a sport, it's not just recreation. Even though some people start off that way, you know, it just really pulls you into this experience that involves other people, other places, other communities, and it just really brings people together.
Congratulations to all of our mixed crews. Our top finishers were Team Paleka in third, Team Northern Beaches in second, and Team KAMANU in first place with a time of 1 hour and 48 minutes. And in the mixed open division, it was the ORCC Mixed Masters in third, the Wiki Wiki Ba'a Open Mix in second, and the WCC Mixed Spam in first place with a time of 2 hours and 2 minutes. With over 100 international crews in attendance, the Hawaiian Airlines Liberty Challenge has become the destination for six-man outrigger canoe paddling on the East Coast. For detailed results, check out libertyoutrigger.org. That's all for this episode of the Hawaiian Airlines World Series of Outrigger Canoe Paddling.